So as I mentioned, like in data engineering program, there are several tools which we have to use on day-to-day basis. It's not like, suppose if you're a data analyst, then you will not interact with the command line. You may be running your queries on the machine. Those are virtual machines, but you not be working heavily, like mostly on the command lines. But as a data engineer, you got those machines, you got those servers, and then if I show you, um, then where's the? Let me open the D. Where is it? My system. Terminal. Can you guys see the terminal window as well? Can you guys please make me, can you see the terminal window as well?
We can only see your browser.
You can only see my browser. Okay. I have to share my entire desktop. Now, I guess now you can see my terminal window, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. Let me start. So the today's topic is the command line. So when you interact with this like Windows, when you interact with Windows or whatever I am doing here, whatever I am doing on my machine, every icon I am seeing, inside it, this command that underneath that run inside the GUI to complete all of our tasks. So GUI stands for graphical user interface. So whenever you interact with your GUI, every time there's a command that execute the command line, whether you are making a new folder, new directory, or whatever the thing you are doing. But you can also achieve that task by using the GUI directly. So when working on the machines, we don't have any user interface. So there we need GUI to see the logs, to run our Python program, to make the directory, to save the output data, and to read the output data as well. So like if I say, like my office guys provided me the staging machine, like before before deploying my code to production, they have given me the staging machine, so where I can test my changes. So that machine name is Ubuntu Experiment 18. It is powered by we have loaned those machines from the AWS, and AWS provide GPU, CPU, and we can configure that machine according to the task. We can increase our CPU, we can increase the GPUs as well if we need GPU. And sometimes during machine learning, we need some tensor processing unit. So we have the option for TPU as well. This is how a command line window looks like. As you can see, this is the command line window. It's in white color, but the color can be changed. It doesn't matter. This is my machine name. What is my machine name is, and it is asking for some commands. Okay. Now, what are the benefits of using command line? You can do various tasks. I'm not saying it is very easy to use the command lines. So initially, it is challenging, but you will find the senior programmers, they don't use the GUI much. Most of the times, they do their task with the help of command line as well, because it is quicker. There are less chances of error in comparison to GUI. We can do the various tasks. We can make the file folder directly. We can run our code. We can deploy our code in anything. We can also use the Docker as well. With the help of command line, we can build a Docker image. We can see the container name and all. Like suppose if I show you, if I have to see the container name, I can see that Docker container name with the help of GUI as well. Like this is the Docker running in my machine. And then if I open this Docker, I can see it is starting the Docker engine. I can see some Docker commands as well. This is my container running on. I can see the container image and all. But with the help of some commands, you can see this on the GUI as well. So there's a command sudo docker ps. It will give us the what are the Docker containers running in my system. So these are the command line uses. I have listed few uses like creating directories, creating files, combining directories, and combining and moving files as well. You can combine directories, copy and move file from here to there. If you do it with GUI, it's a lot of work to do. Like some advanced search queries you can also perform. And there are like many more use. You can control access of any server. You can automate. You can stop or restart any machine. You can create aliases. You can download something. You can run something. You can use it for containerization. That is called Docker or Kubernetes. All of those things run on the command line because it's fast, it's easy, and it's error. There are less chances of error. So suppose there is a so suppose there is a command which is called change directory. So cd command is used to point our command line. Command line is a command line. Just understand command line like a pointer, like a this mouse pointer. So cd stands for change directory. If you want to change your working directory, so it's like I want to this is my finder. I want to change my directory from desktop to documents to downloads to my pictures to my music, whatever. You can achieve all of those tasks through this simple command cd, which means change directory and just put a directory name. So cd command is used to point our command line to a specific directory. For example, to a certain folder. I can use these term interchangeably, directory and the folder. So like pictures directory, document directory, music, or like picture folders, document folder, and music folder. cd is the command which we use. So if I write this command on the command window, if I write this command on the command window, let me do one more thing. If I make it like this, I can open the command window here. Now I want to change my directory to now my working directory is the root directory. If I say pwd command, which gives me the current working directory, which is this. This is my hard drive, and then I'm in the user folder currently. But I want to change my working directory. I can say cd desktop. I want to go to desktop. Now I am inside the desktop. If I write pwd, it will give me the full path, like where I am now. Now, if you want to move out of the current directory and back to the root directory, you can use cd dot dot. Now I am back to the root directory. This means I am just out of desktop. And suppose if I say music and then like music, movies and TV. Okay. Suppose I want to go in movies. So current directory, I am writing a command to point my command line to a specific directory, which is movie. Which is the directory name is movies. Okay. It is cd and then with starts from this symbol, this, then slash, then movies, movies. Now I am inside movies folder or directory. And I want to go further inside. I can again write cd, this not symbol, then slash, directory name, TV. So it is saying there's no such a directory. Let me check inside the movie. There is a directory TV. So cd, maybe it is a protected one. Let's check. Try again. cd and then slash. I'm gonna try to write this TV. Okay. So it is saying there's no such a directory. But if I want to know what are the directories inside this movies folder, how you can achieve that? You can achieve this by this command ls. Ls means to list content of the current directory and folder. Okay. So I can write ls command. I can see, okay, these are the folders which are inside the current directory. If I want to go inside the TV, cd, if I write TV like this, I'm inside TV. And now I want to go back to the root directory. I want to follow this command cd dot dot. And don't be confused. Like initially I use this, and then there's no need to use this one. This is for the Windows cd desktop. You can simply write. If I say I want to move out of the current directory and back to the root directory, I can use, and just keep in mind command line. These command line arguments, or you can say these command line functions, or these command line um, like these command line tools, they are case sensitive. So if you write something like cd, this will not work. You always have to write the case which specify. Now you want to go back to the root directory. Cd dot dot means go back to the go back to previous folder, like go back to the nested folder. Okay. Now so this one more command, move to the directory present at the root. If you know there's a directory present at the root and you want to jump back directly, you can also combine the command line arguments like cd dot dot, and these spacings is also matter. If I put cd that like this, it will say this command not found, this command is not valid. So these spacings and all matters. If I say I want to go back to desktop from my current directory, which is movies, desktop, from this command, what I said to my terminal, cd dot dot means go back to the previous directory, and inside the previous directory, go inside this. So I have sort of combined these two command lines arguments. Now you want to make a folder. If you want to make a folder, then what you usually do through GUI, you go to that thing, you go to tilde. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's called tilde, or I say it's like not command, because it can also be used for the like in the operations like and or not. So I usually say not command. Okay, tilde. So suppose you want to go, you want to make a new folder, or you want to create a new file, any kind of file. So what is the usual way you prefer? Like you go to that folder, you then create a new folder by left clicking on your, like if I go to folder, I can do left click, and then I can say okay, create a new folder or something, and then um that's how I complete my work. Like if I go to desktop, if I say like create a new folder, this is the how things work. But I want to create a new folder here through command line. There is a command for it which is called which is called mkdir, to make a new folder, which represent make directory. Mk make dir for directory. I want to name my directory as uh, like data engineering. If I click inside the desktop directory, it will create a new directory with this name. This is the command, this is the name I want to give to my folder. You can see I came inside it. I want to come inside it through command line. How can I come inside it? I will say my command line to point to this directory, which is cd and then data eng. Now I'm inside this directory. But if I want to know like what is the path of this directory or where I am, so you can use the pwd command, which stands for print working directory. Pwd command says print working directory. Now I'm this data engineering directory, which is my currently working directory because I'm doing some operations inside this folder. Then this is my working directory. So pwd command, you just have to write pwd. It will give you the full path of your current working directory, which is in my case, it's look like this. Now you created a folder with this mkdir command. Now you want to create a file inside that folder, and a Python file, and a Python and text file both. So you said you can use this command touch, 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 and you said Python topic list .py. You created a py file. Let's see. It is created. Now you go to that folder, data engineering. You can see there's a py file, but you want another text file as well. Then you can get the same command history. If you want the history of this command, you just have to press the upper arrow key in your keyboard. It will come, and if you will keep pressing, the previous one will also come. So you want to write the same command, but this time you want, instead of creating a Python file, you want to create a text file. So you say touch and then data engineering assignments dot txt. Txt stands for text file. If you want to see it on UI, when I run this command after pressing enter, there's a new file, which is a .txt file. This was a Python file. So this is how it can be done through command line. Are you guys clear so far? Like how you can use this command line for data engineering purpose? Yes, okay. Now, like there are so many commands which you can use, but these are the basic commands which you use mostly. Not basic, these are the mostly used commands, and we should have knowledge how this command line is working as well. Now, if you know the structure of the directory, you can also use this command mkdir-p dir2/dir3. Every command has its own meaning, own purpose, like this dash, this p. These things have meanings. These are not useless. These things have meanings. So currently I'm in data engineering. If I write pwd, give me print working directory, which is dating. And inside the desktop, I want to create a new folder as well, which is like this. We can use this command to create a new directory. Which is this. Here what I am saying, make a directory 3 inside the directory 2 and assign directory 2 as parent. So there's a hierarchy that whoever come first will become our parent and rest of them are childs. So directory 2 is the one, inside it we are creating directory 3. So with this -p, it is assigned as a parent. This means directory 2 is a parent of directory 3. Now, let me add a directory name, which is desktop. I am saying go inside desktop, make a new directory, and assign directory 2 as parent directory, which means assign desktop as parent directory. You can follow here. I am saying this is my main name. Let me give it a name. Let okay, version control. It worked without throwing any error. Now I will say pwd. This is the full path where I am created, where I have make this desktop and version control directory. Now let's see. If I go to desktop and data engineering, let me go to desktop. Let me go to data engineering. This is the data engineering. Desktop and data engineering. Then I say, then I will say, desktop data engineering. Yeah. So as you can see, what I said, make a new folder. I was inside data engineering. I said, make a new folder desktop. Inside it, make a new folder version control. And this is my root folder. mkdir-p desktop version control, which means desktop is my root folder. Inside it, you can create another folder which name is version control. If I click, look, there is a folder version control. I'm deleting this. Now, if you will see, there's one more command, history, which means after opening this command line window, whatever command we have written so far, we can see them, which comes through history. You just have to put this command, history. I have used this. So these are coming on my screen. And after some time, this history function expires. Now, like some are the things that you should practice daily when you use this command line, like creating the desktop directory and like creating a folder and then changing that folder to the directory. And then you can create some files inside it. You can open some files inside it. So the thing which I just show you, it's working. It was the example of this thing. We created desktop folder. We did something here in which in make directory Python projects, my Python projects. I'm just giving example. I mean, we not made this made we didn't make these folder, but we did that sort of same task. We created a folder. We use the cd command to change my current working directory, and then I have used touch program to make the new file as well. Do you want me to show all of this again? If you want, I can show you. And if you have any questions, please ask. Now, what is this? I was mentioning during the starting of the today's class, like what is Unix, what is Linux, and what is commands. So I was asking the same thing. What was Unix, what is Linux, what is command line window, something. So these all are just the development of the existing ecosystem, but command line was always there. Now it is very advanced. Command line is very advanced, but it was always there. Now, one more thing is called as flags. You can run this, you can see this. Let me drink water and then I will again get back to you. Just wait. I have to explain because there are like many people can't easily understand. Okay, so something is called flags. What is flag? So flags are used to modify the behavior of the command. You can think of them as options that can either change or extend the functionality of the given command. Yeah, right. So flags are used to modify the behavior of command, and you can think of them as options that can either change or extend the functionality of the given command. What this means, like this, the initial command ls means list the directories, list the files which are present inside the directory. But if you pass another flag argument which is like -l, so here what I'm saying, list the files out in list order. What this means, show you. So if I say cd dash cd dot dot, I go back, cd dot now I am in root, see pwd, now I'm in root. I want to go inside the desktop directory. How can I go? cd desktop with d capital, desktop. I'm inside the desktop. I wrote ls. These are the screenshots. These are the number of files which are present. Now I want to say list the files in list order. I mean, not on the, this is a split view. Some files are there, some files are here, but I want them all in this, all in the list view, like in the left side of the screen. And so there is a command ls.l which shows the file in the list order and also show the read or write permission, owners and group this specific files belongs to. So when you work on machine, you have certain access. I mean, the in the company, like if you work in, suppose you're working in the Facebook. As a developer, they won't provide you the at the infra guys. Infra means the people, the engineers who manage the infrastructure. they won't provide you the whole access. You can see the user data, contact details, and all, and they restrict you to use certain folders, certain files. So you can read on certain files, you can't write on certain files. This is also the limitation. So this, if you want to check, you can use ls space dash l. You can see. So they are saying like this is the file, uh, this is the file name, and if I expand for a moment, you can see this was the file name, and then these are read write permissions. You can see read write. These are in list order. They are saying to whom it belongs to. There are other metadata as well, like what was the date of creation and all. So this is how this commands come. How this command comes very handy. You can see on my screen. Now another command is ls-a to list all the files and directories, including hidden ones. If you want to see the hidden directories, like when you go on UI, you have to manually go and then click on in the Windows laptop, in the Windows machine I'm talking about. You have to go and then you have to click on the taskbar, on the tools bar up there, and then you have to check whether the file are hidden or they're visible to everyone. You you go and uncheck that folder, uncheck that tick, and then you can able to see the hidden files. But if you don't want to do all of these things and you want to see like what are the hidden files, then you can write something like ls-a. So now you can see some more number of files are there, like these dot files. They are usually hidden files. People can't see them. But now if you will use this command ls-a, you can get the access of this hidden files as well. Now, as I mentioned, pwd is a command which shows your present working directory. You can get it by like this. Now there's a one more command cp, which is used to copy, which is a copy command. It is used to copy files or folders from one destination to another. It is used to copy files and folders. Now if I say, if I want to go in this folder, cd data engineering, let me check what is inside this. I want to check what is inside. I can use the ls folder. Okay, so this control, this thing, this text. Okay. Now you want to move something to this directory. How you can do it? You can use the move function to move something, and you can use the cp as well. Uh, cp command to copy the files from one place to another. How it work? Okay, let me show you. So these are the command. In move directory, you have to provide like mv. You have to provide like what you are picking, like what you are picking and where you are dropping location. Picking and dropping. What files are you picking and where you want to drop? So suppose I want to move this data engineering folder. I said mv data eng to where? So I said uh, to slash. I have to provide the full path. What is the path of this? Music. I want to move to this place. They are saying there is no such a no. There are no files in the directory. Let me put ls. Okay, I have to go back. I say ls. Then there is data engineering, and if I want to move, let me try again. Let me copy this command. command runs successfully without any error. This means now my folder is not here anymore. If I put ls again, there's no folder. If you can see, this data engineering folder is not visible anymore. But where it is, it should visible at this path inside the music. So if I go cd to the root and take me to the music directory, this is I just told you this command, and now I'm inside the music directory. I want to see ls, this folder where you can see. Go to music, you can see this folder. This folder previously was not here. This is how the this move command is used. In the same way, cp command can be used like this to copy files from one folder to another. Now, there's one more thing which is called vim. So when you work on machine, you can't easily. There's no IDE concept that you can able to download VS Code IDE or something on the machine, on the server machine. So there you use this vim, and vim uses some modes to determine that the thing you are working with. I will explain what it means. So if I say cd root vi, this is inbuilt inside the terminal vi, which is means I mean some people call it vi or vim. The command is vi. It used to determine the commands that you're working with, and you can also modify some things. Suppose you made a Python code. You have a Python code and you want to edit it inside the machine through command line. There you will use the vim. I will explain you how. These are the folders. Let me open a Python file. I have to check. This is a file, hello world.py. Something is written there inside the file. Let's pick this one. I want to go inside this pictures folder. And now I am inside. I said ls. These are the files, but there's a Python file. When you have to edit a Python file, there you use vim command. And when you want to use edit the text file as well, then also you can use the vim command. So vim is like a visual editor that allow you to make edit and changes to a file, and it saves them like a workpad. Now it should be here. It should be here. Vi vim. Let's write vi. Now if you will see, I've listed the file print hello world.py and I want to edit it. I will open it with vim. If I try to use vim, let's see what will happen. It said no match is found. If I want to use the vi, let's see. It said no match is found because it can't able to open this file. But if I say vi and this file name, it will open. Just this file name, it will open. Why? So I was doing mistake. You guys didn't observe it. If I write pwd, I'm already in this directory folder, in this directory structure. Here, what I'm saying to Vim, pick this file somehow. Go pick this user and then pictures and then print hello world. This is what I'm commanding to Vim. So this VI, I mean, or your terminal can't go back to user from this position. It can go to back to user, but it can't copy something like randomly. So I'm already in this folder. That's why these commands were filling. They are saying there's no match found. They are searching for this file, but the complete path of this file was different. So that's why they said, okay, it is not found. Now I want to open this using Vim. I said vi and then the file name. Wow, it is not opening this file. I don't know why. I guess the Vim is not there, but the vi is there. Okay, we will see. But yeah, you can keep this in mind. I can open something like this. Vi. Okay, let's create a new file, totally new file. Colon. Now I am in the Vim or vi. Now, as you can see on my screen, there are some modes in that's how you can work. If I will write anything, it will not work. If I will write anything, I will not save it, it will not work. So what happened? There are some modes which vi use. Like I stands for insert mode. Whenever you have to change your Python file using the Vim, whenever you want to write something, you have to press I. When I pressed I on keyboard, it said I am in the insert mode of this directory. Now, if I say mm, insert mode is there. Okay. I want to insert something like hello. I just want to say hello and then my name. After doing this, I have to print the escape button. And then I'm out of this Python thing. Now I will press colon, as you can see, WQ every time. I'm out of this. So I will be out of this Vim. Just pressing this colon and WQ. So if I will say okay. This is the whole process which mostly you have to follow. Use I, go inside the insert mode, and then press escape on keyboard. And then you can go back to the command line, and then you can add some argument, or like you can add some things. Like go to insert mode, just press escape on the keyboard, and then like use this um, like WQ command to come out of the Vim. When you say echo commands like a print statement, it do the same thing. Are you guys getting me clearly? Everything is clear so far? Now, now, yeah, one more important command. Like I said, yeah, I said go to desktop, and then you said ls something something. There's a one more important command which is called clear. CLEAR, clear. It will clear the command line window for you. Now there are some more commands. As you can see, CD is for changing directory, ls is for showing the content of the directory, rm is for remove command, which is used for removing a file or a directory, mv is for to move files, touch is for creating new files of any type, cp is for make a copy of a file, mkdir like making a new directory, pwd stands for the currently working directory, the current working location. The cat command stands for it allows us reading of a concatenation of a file. So with the help of cat command, you can able to see the file. Like you can also able to see the Python code without actually opening it in any server and all. This less command displays the content of a file at one page at a time. So when you work as a data engineer, you use so many logs. So those logs take so much lines, like 10,000, 20,000 lines of logs, because the code is an automated code. It runs every time. So there, to see the specific uh, to just see the specific log in case of any error, I use this less command as well. And these are the commands which I daily use on my day basis as a data engineer. This grep command is also there. So what this grep command do? It search a certain string and give all its occurrence. It's called global regular expression and allow for searching content of files or folder. So you can open a file, you can use this grep, and then you can able to get any files, any text present inside the file. Now there is something. These are some of the tasks which you can follow. You can create, you can write the pwd, you can list a directory, you can make a new directory, then you can go back, and then you can use these commands to do the kind of sort of assignment. Now this is one more important thing, like this flag, like flags, how this flag work. There's one more thing which is called pipe, which is called pipe. Just see it, read it, then just 1 minute, see it and read it, so you can have a context what this pipe means. Okay, so the pipe allow us to pass the output from one command to the input to another command. Pipe is also used for combining the commands together. So you want to count the certain words inside a file. You will use this command line wc word count a text file and then give me the words. If you want to count the words of a file, a single file, with the help of pipes, what you can see, can open the file and then count the words. Then if you want to do word count on multiple files, you have to say file 1, file 2, and then so on, with the help of this pipe command, which allows you to pass the output from one command as the input to another. It is combining these two, cat and this one, wc dash dash wc dash w. These both commands are combined with the help of this pipe statement, and then they will do their work. When you will run this command on a terminal, they will give the output. What it will give you? It will give you the word counts inside a file. Something is called redirection. Something is called redirection. So whatever we have learned so far, the command line important arguments for data engineering, and then some advanced commands, and some of them like why Unix commands matter. So these are the things we have covered. Okay. Something is called redirection. Flag is done, pipe is done, something is called redirection. What this means. So you've given an input from keyboard to the system. It has given some output to you. This is what you can understand from this diagram. But what this means, this redirection, what this means. Read this. So there are three types of input output redirections. First is standard input, which is happening here, getting the input. Something is called standard output, which is this. Something is called error. Now, what is standard input? If I write this command cat and then this command, this is what I'm saying, entering a text from the keyboard. Let's try this command. I run this command. And it was asking for some input. It was waiting for me. Again, if I run this command, I just pressed up arrow key and then this command pop up. I will again press it. All the commands which we used in history will pop up. I use this command. It is waiting for my input. I have given this input and enter. And you will see cat put.txt. I've used this command to grab it.
Which command used to pop?
Sorry. Yeah, ask.
Which command used for pop-up?
Okay, which command I used for pop-up? Which pop-up?
Yeah, this where your cursor was putting and changing the values at the last.
Okay, Control C. With the help of Control C, you can get this.
No, at the last, where was your cursor?
This command.
Yes, yes. At nearest near the input command, you pressed some key and the value was changing.
Yeah, I just pressed enter. Okay, let me make it very clear. Okay.
And one more thing, what is the in cat command?
Yeah,
What's
grep
the
or
meaning
cat.
of what it is? Cat, cat, cat.
Okay, cat command.
Yes, cat command.
Cat command is used to see the content of a file. Let me show you how. To see the content of a file, we use the cat command. So with the help of cat command, you can
Okay.
get the standard input like this. This is what I added from the keyboard. Let me show you again. ls, these are the directories. I mean, the one more is there, input.txt. I want to remove this file, rm input.txt. File is removed. Okay. Now, standard input. You use the cat command, but not for most of the time, not for input. Just see. I said okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot this symbol. Cat input new dot txt. So now, as you can see, my cursor is here. It is waiting for me to give some input. I said this. I love Python programming, and I pressed enter to the new line, but I don't want to see. I'm by pressing the control C, I'm exit. And whatever I have done here, I want to remove all of this thing. So where you can use the
Control C.
clear
What
command.
control C is doing?
Sorry.
Control C for what purpose?
Control C is for exiting, going back to the directory. Control C, you go back to the directory. If you want to exit
Okay.
this thing after providing input, you can press Control C. Now,
Okay.
this command, cat dash input. I want to see the contents of the file. You can say cat input underscore new dot txt. But before this, what I will want to do, I want to clear my screen, entire screen. There I can use clear. Everything is erased. I have put cat and this file name. It has given me the output, what was inside the file. There are many types of file, Python file, JSON file, whatever you can open through cat. Okay.
Karthik, there is one difference between cat space input, that is a different command, and cat space greater than symbol then input, that is a different command. One is to take the input and second to show the content.
See the
Am
content
I
of a file.
correct?
Yeah. But here I can
Okay.
also use this like you like use this without this symbol, lesser than symbol. It will work fine. Okay. And one more thing. If you want to see the content of a file, you can also use the less command. Like here I use the cat input something. You can use this command as well. And these are the commands we use while seeing the logs. This leg command and all, this less command, cat command, whatever the changes we have done in our code base is reflecting properly or not. So there we use these commands. So I was telling you two things: standard input, standard output. Something is called standard error. These are the activities which you can do. If you will see clearly, these are very easy. So I want you guys to do this activity. It's easy. You just have to write something on terminal, and then this activity can be done. Okay, now come to this grep command. So that's why I've told you this about this program. Like, it will be different because I'm giving you live examples. So what happened when you was mentioning the logging statement in your code, in your pipeline? Suppose your pipeline breaks somewhere. That is the reason to put the logging statements for a very nice code, because if your pipeline is broken, if your code is broken somewhere, you will never get to know where it is where it breaks, where it failed, and you can't debug the issue. So that's why you have to put the logger statements. But I know there was a logger statement, but I want to know, like, what is the actual place uh, from where that log originates, or uh, from where my files were there, actual place. So there are like thousands of lines of the string, but you want a specific line. What this grep command says, it will start with S and then search for the names. This command, like grep sam names.txt, it's like this is the file you have to get wherever sam is present. So this is how you can use the this command grep. And the Linux command is all about trying by yourself. I told you the things which are necessary for you to understand, like why space, why dash, why I've given you a bit introduction. But if you go through this notebook, you will see there are actually some steps which you have to follow uh, to ace the challenge, to which you have to follow to learn this command line thing. Here are some additional resources which I put on top of this collab notebook. You can also go through these. So for today's session,
Are,
that's
are, are this a Linux command?
sorry, which command?
Linux command है क्या? Linux command है जो आपने बताया अभी?
Look. These are the machines. These are command line argument. These are the command line functions. These work on the Ubuntu machine, and then on Linux machine, and then on the Mac OS as well. So these are generalized. There's a little bit change in some specific commands.
And for Windows?
Yeah, Windows as well. But Windows I guess you have to use the sudo after working or writing anything, like sudo cd desktop, something like this. I guess in additional reference, you can find this in additional reference. You can use these reference, and then you can able to learn. But keep in mind, there is a reason for every of the symbol and all. And I told you everything as easy as possible what you can do. Now I skipped session of yesterday, and I put this this command line window. I will give you the access. The next class will be on a different topic, because now we are heading more towards the data engineering things. And look, there's no limitation to the command lines, but these are the command lines what I taught you and how it works. These are the most used on the day-to-day basis, like checking log, using the grep command, using the ls command, using the clear command, using the cd command, using the mig directory command. Like suppose you want to work on the Docker instance, then you can say sudo docker ps. If I put it, they will ask for my password. Okay, password is wrong. Look, it is saying these are the container ID images. So currently there is no container running on this particular folder. So they said that, okay, there is no container and all. There are like so many commands. You just need to know how these all things work and how these commands make sense. Got it? Any question? Anyone has any question?
ये कार्तिक इसकी प्रैक्टिस कैसे करनी है, कहाँ पर करनी है?
मैं कहाँ, where I was doing? I was doing practice here on the terminal. You can also open a terminal, go through these commands, go through these this collab notebook, understand the meanings, understand the things. These are the small activities, like example practice
So
tasks
I
to do.
can, so where I can find this terminal from Windows?
Okay. Okay.